Greetings everyone, welcome to the Giant Markets. Today we're going to be talking about the economy calendar. So, as you know what transpired last week, we talked about the events that always affect the movement of the forex exchange. So I had to only select only six important events that happens. It's not that that's the only events that happen to the market that brings the volatility, but there are other important events that happen, but I had to only choose the six. So last week we had the CPI, which brought a lot of volatility to the markets. When the CPI came out, the US dollar had to go down, and it had to go down more than almost 4% on that day, and it brought a rise to the dollar, to the Nasdaq, to the S&P 500, and to the Dow Jones, and to other pairs or currencies that are traded against the US dollar. So this week we want to focus on what is going to happen in this week. So we will look at the economic calendars, for there are many economic calendars that anyone can look up on. For example, like the Forex Street, like the FBS economic calendars. There are just so many, you can just type them out and you find the economic calendars that will be telling you what is happening in this week. So in this week, which is from the 14th to the 19th of November, you have to know that there is the PPI that is going to come out on Tuesday. So I'll explain more as I open the economic calendar, which is the price product index. This also brings the volatility to the company, to the indexes, and to the forex currency indexes. So you have to make sure that you wait for it and know the time when it's going to happen. For time, they differ depending on which country you are in. So there are other events that are going to take place in this week, like especially to the Japanese yen, to the Chinese currency. Also, there are indices that are events that are going to happen even to the euro. So we'll break them down also so that you have an understanding and have knowledge on what is going to be happening. So we have to bear in mind and be ready for them, because some other people would be wondering, why is the market having a lot of volatility without understanding where is all this coming from. So today I'm here to let you know that it's the economic calendar that brings the volatility of the markets. So be ready and have better knowledge on your trading journey so that you will enjoy your trading journey. So as you can see in this economic calendar,
so this is the how it's going to be in this coming week of the economic calendar. So as you can see, from the 14th we have these events that are going to be happening, like the euro. They have the focus market read out in Brazil, the 6 months PTF auction. In Canada, there's the senior loan offer survey, and in US, they have consumer inflation expectation. So it's not every event that is happening that is going to cause volatility in the market. So you have to bear in mind that and look for the important ones that are common in making the volatility in the market. So on the 15th, we have the GDP price index for Japanese yen. So as long as you're talking about the Japanese, the GDP of the Japanese yen, this one will cause volatility to the Japanese yen, so we should wait and see for this one. Should be ready for this event because it's very important. As long as it's talking about the Great Britain, the GDP, the gross domestic price. Then there's the proclamation of the Republic Day in Brazil, and the RBA meeting minutes in Australia. Then there's the unemployment rate in China. Then there are retail sales in China. These ones, they are also important events. We should look up onto them. The retail sale here to here. And there is the industrial production in Japanese yen. Then the employment rate for the euro, that will be on Tuesday. The wholesale price year to year. Then the average earning for Great Britain pound. Then the unemployment rate for Great Britain pound. Should also look out for this one. It's also important. Yeah, then we go for the unemployment rate in Great Britain pound. Then there is the wholesale price. Then the harmonized inflation rate for the euro. Yeah, we can even look out for these ones. They are also important. Then there is IEA oil market report. So these ones, they will have to be doing about the oil. So it's important for Brent and WTI. Then there's the Britain GDP growth rate for euro. We can even look for that as long as we're talking of the GDP for the whole country. So it can bring volatility to the euro. We should also have to check about that. Then the balance of trade, which goes with the GDP. So this one will be very important. It's critically and important for the for the euro. Then there is the wholesale sales month to month finally for Canada. Can also check this one. Then there is the core PPI for the USD that will be quarter past 3 on Tuesday. This one is very important because it will cause volatility to the US dollar, so we should look out for it. Then there is still this one. This will be the core PPI month to month and year to year. So it will cause a lot of volatility to the companies, to the markets. This one, especially the USD. Then there is the freight spar testimony. Then we should also look up for these ones because they'll be talking about if they're coming from the same department of the freights, which is also very important. Then there's the crude oil stock change, API crude oil stock change. Should look for these ones also. Then on the 16th, we have the machinery order year to end. Then we have the labor production. Then we have the retail price index. Then we have the PPI core output for Great Britain pound. So we should look out for this one, the PPI for the Great Britain pound. Then there's the retail sales for the rand, so the South African rand. Then inflation rate month to month for Canadian. So we should look for this one for the Canadian dollar. It will cause volatility. Then there's the retail sales ex-gas auto month to month. Then there's the export price month to month. Then there's Freight Williams speech. So these ones they have to deal with the freight. So we should even look up at you. Then the city president Langati speaks. We should look up for that. GDP growth rate for the rupees. It's also very important for the rupees. Then there is the PPI input quota for the New Zealand dollar, because we are already in the last quarter of the year. So a lot of last quarters will be coming. Then on the 17th, we have the balance of trade for the Japanese yen. Then we have exports year to year for Japanese yen. It's still the same. That will be coming out. So then there is the part-time employment change. Then there is the employment change for Australian dollar. Then the 9 all expects. Also, then the balance of trade. Then there is the balance of trade for the CHF. Then there is the CPI finance for the euro. So we have to look out for that. There is the foreign exchange reserve. Then the UK fiscal statement for the Great Britain pound. We have to look out for this one also. Then we have the building permits for the USD. So others, they are not that very important, but we should just look out for them and know which ones brings volatility to the markets every time when these updates come out. Then on the 18th of November, that will be on a Thursday. Then we have the existing house sales month to month. This one can also cause volatility to the market. Then on the 20th, then that's where it finishes on the 18th. Thank you very much for checking out the economic calendar so that we get ready for the events of this week. Have a lovely week ahead. I'm Talubuhle Spanda. I'm signing out. Cheers.